Hey everyone, this is Michael with a general reading for Sagittarius Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for October 2020. I do hope that this video finds you well and in good spirits. I will be honest, I was tuning into the energy for October and there was definitely quite a bit of anxiety for this month. And I think the way to sort of deal with that is to really figure out what's most important to you. And just as like a little side note here before we go into the cards, I would really encourage you to figure out what are the things that matters the most to you, and even write this down, maybe even write this in the comment section down below, like pause this video and take some time to think about this. Because we're going to be seeing so many different headlines, we're going to be seeing so many different events happen in the world, and it's so easy to get swept up into fear, panic, and ultimately reactivity. And when you're in a reactionary state, when you're reacting to things, you're not necessarily responding with your full capacity. And when you know what's important to you, you know already what you need to work on or what you need to tend to. And so I would really encourage you to figure out what those things are, to figure out your foundation, your core, the things that mean the most to you, and how you can maintain those. And maybe even why you think you need those things. So let's keep shuffling here. I just felt like I needed to share that. I've kind of been doing this with all of the signs. Because October is crazy, astrologically. I don't have the blog posted quite yet. I am still making some finishing touches, but you can expect that to come out in the next few days of the posting of this video. And we're starting this month off with a full moon. We have a second full moon on October 31st, on Halloween no less, so that could be a fun night for those of you who are really into Halloween. We have a new moon, I want to say on the 15th. Pluto is going to be going direct in Capricorn on October 4th. And it's joining Saturn that just went direct on September 29th. So there's been a lot of, it's almost like the engines just suddenly started, and a lot of people are starting to think about their future. And it's interesting what I've sort of noticed with Saturn and the retrograde cycle is that when Saturn goes retrograde, it's like we're looking a lot at the lessons from the past. And the way I'm sort of looking at this globally, we're looking at racial injustice. We're looking at all the things that we haven't been doing right. And there's been a lot of stories that have come forward. And what are we supposed to do with that? And really trying to navigate how to make change. And now, I think with Saturn going direct, I think a lot of what we're going to be seeing is going to be shifting over to the future. We're looking at the elections, we're looking at the pandemic and the virus, and how our lives might be changing as a result of everything. And again, there could be a lot of panic and fear that comes from these times that we are headed towards, but I really just want you to know the things that you value, because I think that's going to be instrumental in you having an ability to recenter and focus. Interesting. So we have some cards on the table here already. And I see the Four of Pentacles with the Three of Cups coming out together. And it's like someone is trying to come together with you, or you're feeling the need to come together, and either you or somebody else is being very guarded. And I do feel like you're celebrating something at the start of this month, and it might be a small victory. But damn, it feels good. Because you have the Sun. There's so much beauty, and there's all of this new energy. And again, I was talking about this kind of drive. There's this weight that is lifting with Pluto moving direct and Saturn moving direct. But it's also, ironically, it's like we've been taking a break, almost, in a way. And now there's these karmic lessons that are really coming forward, but there's growth in that. And you have the Temperance, you have your card. Some of you, this is talking about a new relationship. And kind of building this over time. For some of you, this is deepening an existing bond. And this came up for your reading a couple months ago. There might have been this third-party situation. I don't know what's happening there, but for some reason you're feeling pretty good about it. And again, obviously this is a general reading, so this is not going to apply to everyone. In fact, this is not going to apply to most of you. I wonder if there is this like polyamorous or open relationship, but it's actually, it feels like it's working for you. And I know not everyone's going to agree with that or whatever. That's just not your message, okay? But there's this beautiful coming together. And maybe this isn't romantic at all. Maybe this is just other relationships. It doesn't have to be a romantic thing, but wow, this feels really, really good. And it's almost like someone who was holding back before is now opening up. This could be a Leo individual that you're dealing with as well. Very interesting. I want to clarify some of this. Well, let's just expand upon it. Tell me about the sun. Interesting. So the Seven of Swords in the reverse with the sun. Someone is coming out of hiding. And something is becoming very clear. And this could even be you hiding to yourself, because you are showing up a lot in this reading with the Temperance card here. So you could be showing up to yourself and seeing parts of yourself you might have been denying before, right? Or someone is coming out of hiding. Some of you might have caught something from somebody. And this could be someone, it's so interesting. It's like you're not sneaking around anymore, and I don't know why I keep coming back to that third party, but it's like things are coming to the light of day, but it doesn't feel like bad. Seriously, who is this? I have to know. Someone in the comments, please tell me I'm not crazy. Someone needs to hear this. And if that's not your situation, there's still messages here for you, but that's so funny that keeps coming up. And you're finding this balance. You're building things slowly, and this month is going to be a really slow month. With Mercury going direct towards the middle of the month, I want to say the 14th. What is happening for you? There's a lot going on with your social network, actually. With the 11th house being activated with this Libra energy. So this really could just be talking about friendships. And we have the black egg, your throat chakra, communication, finding your truth. That's so big. This really was a huge thing. Whatever it was that, or is, that's becoming clear to you, it's helping you see yourself in a new way. And maybe your own values are also changing as well. I was talking about at the start of this month, figure out what really matters most to you. And not even what you think should matter the most to you, okay? I'm just gonna be real. I've felt a lot of freedom recently in just deciding to not be afraid of my own happiness anymore. And there's already so many limits that we're living with right now. Why would you put more limits on top of yourself or in your way? Why are you getting in your way when there's already so much going on in the world? I think you're having a similar moment as well, and that could be this full moon in Aries energy trining with yours, lighting up your 5th house. Your house of pleasure, of joy, of celebration. I don't know why this keeps coming up, but it's like some of you might just be dating around. Maybe there isn't even a committed relationship right now, and you've stopped caring so much about that, and you're just kind of letting things evolve and play out. And I actually feel like, Sagittarius, that's working for you. If that's what you're doing, great. You know, don't lie to anyone about it, but don't be afraid of your own happiness. Interesting. And I'm a Sagittarius moon myself, so friendly reminder to both of us. Let's take a look at the second half of October. Ooh. You're feeling really powerful with this Emperor card and the 7 of Wands. There may be a bit of conflict, and there may even be people kind of coming at you. I almost want to say they're jealous. But it's like, you feel very capable of handling whatever is coming your way. You're not worried about it. Or you're sure as hell putting up a good front if you are. And it's like, standing up for what you believe in. That's so interesting. That's coming up a lot. Some of you might be coming out of the closet to someone. Or someone might be coming out of the closet to you, and you're just like supporting them. Could be that Leo energy. Also have the Aries energy with the Emperor. There's a lot of fire here, honestly. And the 9 of Wands. You've overcome a lot. Even if you're feeling a little worn down, I still get the sense that you're proud of how far you've come. Or that you should be. Because you might be feeling really worn down, tired, exhausted in the second half of October, but you're coming off as very, very strong. I feel like people don't want to mess with you. Don't mess with Sag. What else? Let's see. I do feel like whatever this coming out means, and this doesn't mean literally coming out for all of you, obviously, but whatever this, you owning yourself, okay? it's like this inner rebirth that's changing your whole life. There's going to be people who don't agree with you, and you might feel a little betrayed. And again, this feels very subtle. This doesn't feel like an overt betrayal. And it doesn't feel like a major thing, but that's just something to kind of be mindful of, you know. Sometimes when you really step into yourself or figure yourself out or find a new value or this thing that lights you up, someone might not get it. And as a queer man, I can tell you, it's not about making other people accept you. You don't have to do that. You don't have to change anyone's mind. They'll change over time if they need to. What matters is that you are living for your happiness. And maybe there are people who are judging the way you're living your life right now. But it feels so beautiful. Oh my god, I'm gonna cry. What the hell is going on? What is going on, Sagittarius? You have to comment down below. I'm really happy for you. It feels so beautiful. These are tears of like, I'm just so happy for you. And it's like you're getting yourself unstuck. And again, whether this is a literal coming out of the closet or just some sort of metaphor, it's like you're getting out of the situation and seeing how you've kept yourself trapped. And this could be you opening up to new love, to new relationships, to new people. And you almost see how much you've really held yourself back without even realizing it. Maybe because you thought you were just doing what needed to be done, or you were just trying to help other people or meet them where they're at. And it feels like you finally struck this balance where you're living for you, or your own happiness. The Magician. All the elements are here. Everything is just coming together. You see things you didn't see before, or there's parts that are coming together now. You're manifesting something different. And it might be hard to see that. You might be listening to this reading and be like, Michael, this isn't how I feel right now. I don't feel this good. I don't feel this. I feel like this is so far away. It's so much closer than you think. And again, with the black egg, your throat chakra, what you speak into your reality is what you speak into existence. Because a lot of people think about the throat chakra as your truth, the way you express yourself, and that's very true. When you have a very open throat, however, literally the things you say must become true. And working with the throat chakra is so important, Sagittarius. And if you keep telling yourself a certain story, you might be keeping yourself stuck. And again, I'm not saying this Eight of Swords isn't real. There's a lot of restriction this year. There's a lot of things that make 2020 very, very challenging, but that doesn't mean that you have to put limits on yourself. And don't put limits on your happiness. Don't make your happiness have to come from one specific thing, and if it doesn't come from that, then you can't be happy. It's bullshit. Sorry I'm swearing so much, but it's just like, I don't know what it is about this reading, but there's something so open here with this throat chakra. Your happiness can come from so many ways and from so many things or people. Don't make it be about changing the people around you, okay? You'll shift them by being yourself, if they're meant to be shifted by you. Octopus. Yeah, someone's trying... Who? Octopus and butterfly. Okay. Yeah, I feel like someone really is trying to grab a hold of you with their suction cups here, and it feels like they're almost trying to drag you down, I'm not gonna lie, but your energy is really light with this butterfly. And you've gone through a transformation. It's like you've outgrown some energy around you, and that could be involving people, that could be involving job, that could be involving family. Whatever this is, you've outgrown something. You've come out of the cocoon, you've come out of the chrysalis. And you do need to take care of yourself. It's like you're still spreading your wings here. So taking care of yourself, the self-care, big thing with butterfly, for sure. And you're going through a transformation, and that takes time. Maybe you don't feel like you're fully spreading your wings by the end of October. For some of you, that's the case. I was just talking about that. But you're going through a transformation, and there will be this emerging, this rebirth. And regardless of where you are on this journey, I hope with the bottom of the deck, the Three of Wands, you are looking forward to what's coming, these new horizons for you. It's like you're finding happiness in unexpected places, or realizing that the world doesn't need to be any specific way for you to be happy. That joy is something that's available to you, and you kind of just have to make that your priority. Maybe that's one of the things you need to value, my happiness. Maybe that's something to add to your list. And those are all the messages I have for you right now, Sagittarius. I do hope that this was helpful. Make sure to hit like and subscribe. Seriously, let me know in the comments down below what this is, what all these metaphors mean. I'm so curious, or if this is literal for some of you. I have to know. And I have all of my links for Reiki sessions and readings if you are interested in those. And I will see you all in the next video. Take care, Sagittarius. Have a happy October.